Hello and welcome to this practical investigation of the effect of light on photosynthesis. By the time you finish this video, you should be able to describe how light intensity affects the rate of photosynthesis, explain how to control variables during the experiment, and interpret your results to understand limiting factors. The principle of this experiment is simple. During photosynthesis, the pondweed releases oxygen gas. These oxygen bubbles rise from the plant and travel through the tubing into the gas syringe. The gas syringe collects the oxygen produced, so we can measure the volume of oxygen and use it to estimate the rate of photosynthesis. In this investigation, the lamp is the light source. We change the distance between the lamp and the pondweed to change the light intensity. The water bath helps keep the temperature constant, while carbon dioxide concentration should also be kept the same. So, if the pondweed produces more oxygen in a set time, this means the rate of photosynthesis is higher. This allows us to investigate how light intensity affects the rate of photosynthesis. Here is the apparatus required for the experiment. We need an aquatic plant such as Elodea, a boiling tube, a bung, a beaker, a water bath, a scalpel, and sodium hydrogen carbonate solution to provide carbon dioxide. We also need a lamp as the light source, a ruler to measure the distance between the plant and the lamp, a gas syringe to collect the oxygen produced, a thermometer to monitor the temperature, and a clamp and stand to hold the apparatus securely. Here is the step-by-step process. Step 1. Aerate the water by bubbling air through it. This helps saturate the water with oxygen, so less of the oxygen produced during photosynthesis dissolves in the water. This makes the oxygen measurement more accurate. Step 2. Place the pondweed in bright light before starting the experiment. This allows the photosynthetic enzymes to become active. Step 3. Set up the apparatus in a dark room and submerge the plant in a 1% sodium hydrogen carbonate solution. This provides a controlled supply of carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. For the next steps, Step 4. Use a scalpel to make a fresh cut across the stem immediately before placing it in the boiling tube. This allows oxygen bubbles to escape more efficiently from the plant. Step 5. Position the lamp at a measured distance from the plant. Measure the volume of oxygen produced over 5 minutes using a gas syringe. Step 6. Move the lamp closer to the plant and repeat the measurement. Continue testing a range of distances while keeping the temperature and carbon dioxide concentration constant. Let's now move on to recording and graphing results. Record the oxygen produced at each distance in a table. Then plot a graph with oxygen produced per minute on the y-axis and distance from the light source on the x-axis. Initially, moving the lamp closer increases the light intensity, which increases oxygen production. Eventually, the curve levels off as light is no longer the limiting factor. At this point, another factor, such as carbon dioxide concentration or temperature, limits the rate of photosynthesis. Now let's interpret the results from the photosynthesis experiment. As the lamp moves closer to the pondweed, the light intensity increases. We can see this by comparing the three distances: 20 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and 5 centimeters. At 20 centimeters, the lamp is further away, so the plant receives less light. This means photosynthesis happens more slowly, and fewer oxygen bubbles are produced. At 10 centimeters, the lamp is closer. The plant receives more light energy, so the rate of photosynthesis increases. As a result, more oxygen bubbles are released. At 5 centimeters, the lamp is very close to the plant, so light intensity is even higher. This gives the plant more energy for photosynthesis, so oxygen production increases further. The graph helps us see this pattern more clearly. At first, as light intensity increases, the rate of photosynthesis also increases. This is because light is the limiting factor. However, after a certain point, the graph levels off and forms a plateau. This means that adding more light no longer increases the rate of photosynthesis. At this stage, light is no longer the limiting factor. Another factor is now limiting the rate, such as carbon dioxide concentration or temperature. So the key idea is this: moving the lamp closer increases oxygen production at first, But eventually the rate stops increasing because another factor becomes limiting. In conclusion, oxygen production is used as a measure of the rate of photosynthesis. Increasing light intensity increases the rate of photosynthesis, but only until another factor becomes limiting. Carbon dioxide concentration and temperature must be controlled to ensure a fair test. Care should be taken to prevent the lamp from heating the plant, as this could affect the results independently of light intensity. Let's dive into some exam-style practice questions. You can pause the video and try it yourself. Question 1. Why is sodium hydrogen carbonate solution used in the photosynthesis experiment? In the illustration, we can see the sodium hydrogen carbonate solution next to the photosynthesis setup. The pondweed is placed in the solution, while the lamp provides light for photosynthesis. The gas syringe is used to collect the oxygen produced by the plant. The key idea is sodium hydrogen carbonate provides a constant supply of carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Final answer. Sodium hydrogen carbonate dissolves in water and releases carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a raw material needed for photosynthesis. This ensures that the pondweed has a constant supply of carbon dioxide throughout the investigation. Question 2. A student moves a lamp closer to a piece of pondweed. The volume of oxygen collected in 5 minutes increases from 10 centimeters cubed to 18 centimeters cubed. Explain why. In the illustration, the lamp is positioned close to the pondweed. This means the plant receives more light. The pondweed is in the water, and the gas syringe is collecting the oxygen produced during photosynthesis. As the lamp gets closer, more oxygen is produced and collected. The key idea is higher light intensity increases photosynthesis and oxygen production. Final answer. Moving the lamp closer increases the light intensity reaching the pondweed. More light energy is absorbed by chlorophyll in the chloroplasts. This increases the rate of photosynthesis. As a result, more oxygen is produced and collected in the gas syringe. Question 3. The graph of oxygen production against light intensity rises at first and then levels off. Explain this pattern. In the illustration, the graph shows how oxygen production changes during the experiment. When the lamp is closer, the plant receives more light, so photosynthesis happens faster and more oxygen is produced. The limiting factor box reminds us that once light is no longer limiting, another factor, such as carbon dioxide concentration or temperature, can limit the rate instead. The key idea is light intensity increases photosynthesis until another factor becomes limiting. Final answer. At low light intensities, light is the limiting factor. Increasing the light intensity provides more energy for photosynthesis, so the rate increases and more oxygen is produced. Eventually, light is no longer the limiting factor. Another factor, such as carbon dioxide concentration or temperature, becomes limiting. Therefore, increasing light intensity further does not increase the rate of photosynthesis, causing the graph to level off.